America just opened a retirement account for babies.
Not a college fund, not a savings account, a retirement account. For a 3-month-old.
That's not a metaphor. It's the actual legal category. It's the new federal program that launched on the 4th of July.
And as of late June, according to an estimate from the Urban Institute, only about 39% of the children who qualify for the federal money had been signed up. More than half were still not enrolled.
Not because their parents said no. Most of them have never been told there's a form.
So here's what I'm doing in the next 9 minutes.
1. Whether your child qualifies. And there are 2 separate tests, which is where almost everyone gets confused.
2. Exactly what you do to claim it.
And 3. The part almost nobody is covering. Whether you should put your own money in or stop at the free part.
That third one depends entirely on a detail most coverage skips. I'll get to it, and it's going to change how you think about the whole thing.
I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to walk you through the rules the government actually published.
Start here, because this is the mistake I keep seeing.
Opening the account and getting the $1,000 are 2 different things. 2 different eligibility tests.
Test 1. Opening the account. Your child has to be under 18 at the end of the year you make the election and have a social security number that's valid for employment issued before you make it. That's it. That covers most children in the country.
Test 2. The $1,000. This one is much narrower. The child has to be born after December 31st, 2024 and before January 1st, 2029. Has to be a U.S. citizen. Has to have that social security number. And has to be a child you expect to be your qualifying child for the year.
So a baby born last year, both tests. Money's there.
A 10-year-old. First test, yes. Second test, no. You can open the account. There's no federal $1,000 coming.
That distinction is doing a lot of damage right now. People open an account expecting a deposit that was never going to arrive.
If you clear both tests, here's the whole process.
There's one form, IRS Form 4547. You can file it with your tax return or on the government site at trumpaccounts.gov.
Then Treasury sends you activation instructions, and you verify your identity.
The IRS's own estimate is about an hour, all in, and half of that is just reading up on the rules.
One thing worth knowing, no money, including the $1,000, could be deposited before July 4th, 2026. So if you filed early and saw nothing for months, that wasn't a problem with your paperwork. That was the calendar.
That's the easy part. Here's the part that changes things.
I said retirement account. I meant it literally.
Under the law, this is a type of traditional IRA, which means it comes with something called a growth period. And the growth period ends on December 31st of the year before your child turns 18.
Now, most people hear that and think, great, 18 is when they get it.
That is not what happens.
What happens at 18 is that the special rules fall away and normal traditional IRA rules take over. And normal traditional IRA rules say, take money out early and you may owe a 10% additional tax on top of regular income tax unless you fall into an exception. Higher education expenses. First home purchase. There's a list.
So 18 isn't the unlock. 18 is the moment your child's account becomes a regular retirement account, with regular retirement account consequences.
And the difference between my kid gets this at 18 and my kid gets this when they're retired, unless they buy a house, that is not a small difference.
That's the whole plan.
Now your money.
You can add up to $5,000 a year. If your employer participates, they can put in up to $2,500, but that comes out of the same $5,000. It's not stacked on top.
Here's how it's treated. You don't get a deduction for putting it in. And when it eventually comes out, the money you put in comes back to you without being taxed again. But the growth on top of it gets taxed as ordinary income.
Tax nothing going in, taxed on the gains coming out. That's a traditional IRA. That's normal.
But there's a comparison that matters.
If your child has earned income, a summer job, babysitting, anything documented, they can have a custodial Roth IRA.
Same after-tax dollar going in. But in a Roth, the growth comes out tax-free.
For 2026, the IRA limit is $7,500, but for a child, it's capped at whatever they actually earned. Kid makes $4,000. $4,000 is the ceiling.
So compare those honestly. Same dollar. One gets taxed on decades of growth, one doesn't.
If your child has earned income, the Roth is the stronger home for your own money.
But, and this is why the new account exists, a newborn has no earned income. A 5-year-old has no earned income. A Roth isn't available to them at all. This account is.
So these two aren't competitors, they're a relay.
Which gives you a rule you can actually use.
If your child qualifies for the federal $1,000, take it. It's free. It's not your money at risk. And there's no version of this where turning it down leaves you better off.
If you're deciding where your own money goes and your child has earned income, look hard at the custodial Roth first.
And if your child has no earned income and you want money working for decades, this account does something nothing does. Just go in knowing what it is. Retirement money, not college money.
3 things people keep asking.
Is this a political thing? The money moves from Treasury. The account belongs to your child. The rules sit in the tax code. You can have whatever opinion you want about the policy. The mechanics don't care.
My money's still not there. You're not alone. Reporters have talked to parents still waiting while others already got paid. Processing is uneven right now.
And the one I actually want you to remember.
Treasury says your activation email will only ever come from no reply at trumpaccounts.treasury.gov.
Anything else, a different address, a text with a link, a site offering to file your form for you, treat it as a scam until proven otherwise.
I'll be blunt about why I'm flagging this. While researching this video, I found a published article claiming Form 4547 is an internal IRS audit classification. It is not. That's completely wrong, and it's sitting there in search results, in front of parents trying to get money for their kids.
Start at the government site. Start at the government form. Don't start anywhere else.
So, back to where we started.
America opened a retirement account for babies. The $1,000 is real, and if your child was born in the qualifying window, it's one form.
The hard question was never how to claim it. It was what to do next. And now you have the rule. Take the free money, then think carefully about whether your own money belongs here or in a Roth.
If your kid qualifies, go do the form, one sitting.
And if this is the kind of explanation you want more of, the rules, in plain language, with nobody selling you anything, that's what this channel does.